All right, well, hello and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. I've been playing this save for a little bit. You can see up here in the corner we're on day 87. Just kind of messing around for fun, but I successfully landed a moon rover, not rover, lander, just a little bit ago, and I had an idea for a design of a lander that would actually come back to Kerbin, and that's not a particularly wild or new original idea, but it's something I've never done before. I was just thinking about it when I was bringing my lander module back, and I had to jettison that bottom portion back so I could hit the heat shield and get back to Kerbin safely. And I was like, oh my god, next time I need to make sure that I can recover that lander module, because that just killed me. It's like, oh, you went all that way and you did that cool thing, and you're the first Kerbin module to ever get that far in our space exploration, and no, you're just gonna burn up in the atmosphere. Fuck you. So I didn't care for that at all. So we are going to take this craft out for a spin. Not this one. I have no idea why this is still here, because I loaded a save specifically so you wouldn't have to see that weird piece of garbage. This is my sound testing rocket. I was making sure it wouldn't be like drowning out my voice and so on. But the one that we are going to be looking at is the Moonlander 2. So this is a pretty svelte rocket, but as you can see, it's got absolutely buckets of Delta V, and that should be... Oh, hang on, sea level. Still buckets of Delta V at sea level. So let me take you through the staging and so forth here. Right here, I should stress, I haven't tried this at all, so we're gonna be experiencing all the follies in this design together, including whether we can even make it. It's like, I certainly hope we're able to make it back with that kind of Delta V, but... So you can see back behind here, we've got 6 liquid engines that are going to bring us up. This one does not turn on in the first stage, as you can see there. It's a stage 2 rocket. To get us just out of the atmosphere. I've finally gotten away from solid boosters towards liquid, because like they're just as good and they're way more efficient. I did finally unlock these nice Bobcat engines for these stacks. And I have these parachutes on here so that maybe they won't kill people when they fall off after we make our ascent. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But you can see we have the big old hydraulic ejectors back here, and I haven't tested these, so like I think that should just throw these away. But they also like don't have anything on the bottom here for leverage, so it's like maybe there'll be a thing where they all come together at the bottom and there's an explosion. I feel like I've made that mistake before. We're gonna find out. It's gonna be exciting. After we kick them away, we're on to this single here. What kind of... Okay, yeah, a skipper, a nice big one. And that's not honestly the most efficient engine, but if you look at the staging, I've just barely got a thrust weight ratio over 1 with it. I mean, it's not 1 now, but by the time it's in the altitude and so on, then it'll be just over 1. It's 1.05 in Kerbin vacuum, as you can see. And I don't like being in the vicinity of a planet with an atmosphere without a TWR above 1. That's just me. And the skipper was the only single engine I could fit to this thing that would make that happen. Or, well, not the only one, but certainly the most efficient. Once that happens, we've got our decoupler stack up here when we finally make it to the moon. And it's like we've got plenty of Delta V here. We should be able to make it to the moon on this stack. In fact, this second stage will probably be employed in our descent to the moon. And then we get to our rover stack here. You can see my love affair with parachutes, because, as you can see from our ablator right here, this whole thing is coming back to Kerbin, theoretically. Let me take you through it. just in case we need it. We've got a solar panel stack here. We've also got an extra battery pack here. I get really paranoid about electricity use because that's what the reaction wheels use, and I like having a lot of maneuverability in my spacecraft, and I forget to turn SAS off, so I've run out of juice on a couple of occasions, and I don't care for that shit at all. So I brought a nice big battery pack and a way to generate some extra electricity on the trips to and from the moon should we need it. Let me see here. Down here, of course, we got our landing modules. Our engines are radially mounted. You can see we've got 4 of them here. These twitches. What's the gimbaling on that? Yeah, okay, cool. They're free gimbal. Which is not what I did. Come on, twitch. I forget what... Oh, right, because I changed the thing. Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ. 8 degrees of gimbal. Yeah, they're super maneuverable, and on the moon, that gives us a pretty impressive thrust-weight ratio. Like, we don't need all 4, but I like having all 4. If we go to the moon, we check in on our stage 1. Yeah, 2.68 on the moon. We can zip, and we still got over 2,000 DV, so that should be more than enough to get us back. We have these illuminators poking out at the bottom. And the reason for that is because sometimes I screw up and I make a night landing. I land on the dark side of the moon, I'm not paying attention, or I don't get my orbital period quite right. There's a lot of stuff that I can screw up in this whole process. And I don't know if you've ever tried to land on something at night with no night vision. It's just blackness and you staring deeply at your altimeter, just wondering, like, is this when I'm going to crater in and kill everyone? It's not fun. I don't find that fun at all. So that is why I have those floodlights there. I also have one wide-angle, low-power lamp here so that I can see. This is the hatch, of course, that my curb knots will come out from. And we're going to have 3 here. This is the Mark III command pod with all 3. We're going to be... Who are we bringing along? No, it reset my crew choices from the last time I did this. So Bob and Jebediah have already been to the moon. They were in our previous lander, and we are going to bring Valentina and Leni this time around. And is Bill the only engineer of ours who... Yeah, he's the only engineer of ours with any experience, so we're going to bring Bill along too. I know, it should have been the dream team. I should have done it with Valentina, but man, it was going to be the first. It's going to be the first. It had to be Jeb. He left a flag. I mean, so did Bob, but who cares about Bob? We all know this is Jeb's game. And of course, we got our ladder so we can get out and plant our flags and so forth. I know I could, just rocket my Kerbals up here with the reaction packs, but I don't want to do that. It's lazy. Not in a good way. Go away. We have God's own mess of parachutes, because that's how I like to do it. And we got all of our experiments here. We got our... Basically all that I have unlocked, which is not very much, are to these 4 science-generating objects. And we have those actually bound to our brakes action, so we can do the crew report from the command pod, and the rest of these all in one go when we actually make it there. Okay, so let me just retract these so we don't start with that. And I think we are probably good to see if we can do this. I will say, some of you who know Kerbal might be looking at this lander thing like, that's a bit tall, and you're absolutely correct. I actually tested this on Kerbin itself, and I wound up on the slope of a mountain, and it went poorly. Very poorly, particularly since these teensy little twitches do not give me much of a TWR on Kerbin itself at sea level. Yeah, so I literally could not fly my fat ass to a reasonable location And there were explosions because being tested on Kerbal itself, of course, these were extremely full, whereas I will be dumping these fuel pods on the way down. I'm just gonna, max out my throttle and dump everything. But so let's see what we got. This is fine. This is gonna be fine. Okay, we got all our Kerbal knots. Looking good on the land pad. Ah, there's the flag. There's the flag of the Free Isles, my chosen flag. If you don't know what that is, it's a long story. Some of you do though, because there's like 3 of you watching these, and I know all of you personally. But anyway, throttle up. And I don't like sea level. I like doing ground level because that's the thing that generally you will crash into and die. So, okay, nav ball up. Let's do this. Oh, I should mention before we start here, I've had problems with my staging not correctly engaging. So we'll see how that goes. Like everything's correctly staged. I've checked my stage. See, I got this stuff blowing at the same time, and I fire my engines. Then I do the since they're radially mounted, I do these and the twitches at the same time. Then I got all my frickin' parachute. How many? 4, 8, 10. All 11 of my parachutes. That's how I roll. Correctly staged, but for some reason, like pushing the button does not always make the thing go. And then I have to engage everything manually by clicking on it, and it's not great. I'm sure it'll be fine. Can I? Nope. No. I want to deselect you, please. Can I? What if I do that? No. Are we just gonna? Okay, that's fine. It's fine. SAS on. We're not doing RCS because. I will actually use up our monopropellant. 3, 2, 1, and... I am aware of the existence of a thing called a gravity turn, but I don't know what the fuck to do with it. Generally, I just start tipping over when I hit 10, then I start messing around with my apoapsis. I don't know whether that's efficient or not. I really don't. I'm just trying, man. When I hit about 10K, that's when I start to tip over. I just try to keep everything stable until then. But it looks like those fins are doing their job. This thing's pretty rock solid. I mean, it's basically not complicated enough to fail, really. We're doing with 2,000. That's a pretty ship. I'm gonna check real quick. Check our apoapsis. Oh, really? Only 5,000 then. Oh, it's okay. We got plenty more to go. Let's go back to sea level. Because now we're starting to get to the thing where I really need the planetary average. We're going to do, of course, our 90-degree tip over the sea. Oh, there we go. 10. Yeah, we're getting out of the atmosphere pretty nicely. Come on, drag this thing over a little bit more, please. Oh, I see him dancing. See them gimbals dancing. Okay. We're getting out of the atmosphere pretty well. This is going, honestly, at the risk of jinxing myself, quite smoothly. I don't think there's much point in those parachutes. We're up much further than I thought we would get. that went very well. Oh, that's poetry. Let's see, what's our apoapsis? Oh, our apoapsis is at 81, so I'm actually gonna... I'm gonna tip over and burn straight. Because at this point, as any Kerbal knows, it is about going sideways very fast. Our apoapsis is already to the point where it's carried us out of Kerbal's atmosphere. So now, since we are... Yeah, we're no longer really fighting atmospheric forces. I'm just going to tip over, and we are going to get going fucking sideways as fast as I can. That was a pretty decent ascent profile, actually. That's not maneuver mode. That's not. It's fine. It's fine. There we are. Come on. Probably should have just burned prograde for a while longer. Oh, we're doing pretty good. This is 115. I'm just keeping an eye on our periapsis when that appears, so I can keep an eye on it. As soon as it gets up to about 70... There we go. Yeah, 445. Okay, so that's not, you know, a great orbit, but it'll do. Not nearly as efficient as I wanted it to be either. But, let's see, that's minimus. I got myself totally turned around. So, your basic orbital injection burn. Put that at the 3 o'clock position over there. Add a maneuver node. There we go. Mode encounter, that's at 3 hours and 51. Escape is at, yeah, that gives us plenty of time. Cool. So then, all we have to do... Yeah, we're a little bit eccentric too. I probably could have done the ending part of that much more efficiently. But it's okay. It's okay, especially when I was trying to chase my periapsis. I probably should have just waited and circularized my burn a little bit more efficiently. That's okay. We should still have, we got 1,300. That should be more than enough to make it there. Because then it leaves us with 400 left over for the Mooner injection. I think we're okay. Alright. So in that case, our burn is in, okay, it's a 39-second burn, so we want to start, let's see, 40, 20, we want to start at node in T-minus 20, so we probably want to get like 19 minutes. Yeah. Let's see, we spinning. We spinny. Oh, look at that planet. And let's go ahead. Turn our asses prograde. You might be wondering why I added the whole extra set of reaction wheels on top of the ones that were already inside the pod. And the reason for that is because on the previous version of this vessel, I had a lot of problems getting spun around quickly, and I am very impatient. We're going to burn prograde. We are going to do that. It's 20 seconds. And it's, oh, that beautiful burn. I am making this with a lot less delta V on the lander portion than I did in the last time, but I had like 1,500 spare delta V on the lander. Whoops. Okay. So I went that a little bit too long, but that's okay. Because our escape and our mooning cat, that's fine. So like eventually this will hurl us into a horrifying orbit, but the solution to that, go away. The solution to that is just not to let that happen and to go ahead and take care of our lunar orbit before any of that happens. So we got 439 ms delta V left, and that's cool. So that means we will probably kick this stack free around the moon. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and warp ahead. You can see the moon coming up there, and it should be visible to it. Yeah, see, we're now a very long way away from home, over a day into our mission. Yeah, there's the moon. We're going to be landing on you soon, you son of a bitch. Let's take a look at our nodes here. Oh, yeah, that's a wildly eccentric, or well, that's because we're basically slingshotting at a weird eccentric vector around the moon. Yeah, you can see when we get caught into the moon, it just and slings us the fuck around. So as soon as we get to the moon periapsis, what we're going to do is we're going to decelerate. Basically what's happening here is we're trying to go into a circular orbit around the moon, because the moon's gravity is capturing us. That's what this change represents here, the encounter. This is the point at which the moon's gravitational pull really kind of overtakes that of Kerbin's, because we're close enough to it. But we're going so fast because I burned just a skosh too much. That's what's going to happen is we're going to get slingshot around the moon, and then we're going to wind up terminating, leaving the moon's pull here, which will force us into this giant purple orbit around Kerbin itself. Make sense? So what we're going to do instead is this periapsis. Your periapsis is your lowest point around the orbit of whatever you're doing. And your apoapsis is the highest point. What we want to do is, basically we're going so fast at the periapsis that we sling all the way around, but if we slow down at our periapsis, then we won't be going quite so fast, and we'll start to get into a nice looped orbit around the moon, which is what we want. That's the first step really to getting onto something, is to getting into an orbit around it. So what we're going to do is we're going to check our maneuver node. We're going to burn retrograde, which is to say away from our direction of travel, so we slow down. And you can see how that, oh, that's a really cool orbit. You can see now that we're getting slingshot, but instead of this sharp eject, now it's kind of like a more gentle sort of curve. I love these maneuver node plotters. And you can see now we've slowed around just enough that we are actually in a legitimate apoapsis. And can we, yeah, if we just burn a little more delta V, we can get into a slightly slower. I'm going to burn about 200. Nah, actually, not quite that much. Then at the apoapsis, I'm going to pull us into the periapsis, and then we'll do that. I don't know if that's the most efficient way or not, but anyway, once we're in a stable orbit around the frickin' moon, we can argue about that. But okay, about 133, and let's see, our maneuver node. Oh, it's a 5-second burn, so no biggie. Get out of that. So that is, so we want like 225, something like that. Yeah, there we go. So, oh, well, let me see if it'll let me exit out of the warp one. Yeah, right, because I just did that. Let's see, we're moving around, and yeah, there we go. And we're moving it 1,000 times. You can see, there you are, giant moon. Our node's in 7 minutes. can see the projected effects for our nose well as the one that we're currently in. So let's get our SAS going. We're going to burn retrogrades, so remember, so we can slow down so we can get into a nice circle around the moon. God, this game's so pretty. Oh, I love this pretty game. Now let's go ahead and do... Let's do... Okay, no, okay. Did not mean to do 100. 3, 2, 1 minute. There we go. I'll go at 5x. Look at that. There's that giant sunless void. I love this freaking game's graphics so much. Hang on. Okay, 50 seconds. I got time to... Look! Glowing in defiance of the cosmos! Okay. Let's not waste power. Mustn't waste power. We can operate in the dark. The controls are glowy. Okay, so we're our pointed prograde. Excellent. We'll start burning at... Yep. Burn at T-3. There we go. I have no idea if rotating your burns like that, you know, that little tip, tip, tip is efficient or not, but like it works for me. We still got 300 left. So now, as you can see, we are in a stable orbit around the moon. What's our periapsis at? Our periapsis is very close. That actually works out really nicely. So you can see down here. Well, I mean, you can't see because we're on the dark side, but if you could see around there. You can kind of see it's like we are really quite close to the moon, and it looks like that means we will be doing a landing on the dark side. Cool. Doing a dark side landing blind on camera. That's not going to end, unfortunately, at all. And what did I do with my scratch paper where I worked out some timing? Hang on just a second, guys. I gotta go for just a second. I have supplies that I need. Oh, no. Okay. No. Look, you're asleep. This is not happening. No. Come here. Okay. I found scratch paper. Ow. Let me just work this out really quickly. So, where is our stage information? Okay, so we got like... Let's say it should take us... Okay, so I'm going to give us like... kind of 2 to 1, so I'm going to work it out for like... We should be going probably... so we're going like 600, and we're going to be going faster than that because we're gonna slow down at the apoapsis so we can terminate our orbit. Fun fact of orbital mechanics, if you want to alter any point on your orbit, what you do is you wait until you are at the opposite side, and then you do your burn there. It is the most efficient way. So if I want to lower the periapsis so that we actually basically crash into the moon, we're going to be landing, but landing and crashing is semantics, then the most efficient thing to do is go to the apoapsis and slow down, which will move this point in our orbit in the most efficient way possible. And when you can't refuel, there's no gas stations, efficient orbits are very, very important. So 60 seconds at 600, I'll say 700. Jot down some notes. 70 seconds. So I probably want to shoot for 700 ms at 49k above the surface. $600 at 36k. 500 at 25K. $400 at 16K. $300 at 9K. $200 at 4K. And I want to be doing no worse than 100 MS at 1K off the ground. Oof. And because I'm not sure how powerful these Twitch is. I think my TWR is better than it was the last time I did this, so I should be okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna plot our insertion now. So we've got our maneuver node over here. We want to be doing. There's no atmosphere for us to break on, so we really do want to be. I personally want to be terminating on the surface. There we go. Well, depending on how long this takes in the sun, we might be able to make a lit landing. We might make it at the terminator, because we're going to have, you can see this burn is only taking us 13. So when we get further down, we will be able to use some of this to break, which will take this this periapsis point here. There we go. I mean, still. And it'll shift that further in this direction as we burn down, we slow down. So we should be making sort of a twilight landing. So that should be fine. All right. That's our burn. Yeah, half a second of burn. So we probably want like 20 minutes. Sure, we're up here. I love the time warp feature. Gonna be burning retrograde because we're trying to slow down so we crash/land. Again, especially in Kerbal, crashing versus landing is a matter of semantics. Let's do 10x, as I don't want to overshoot. $50, $40, $30, $20. There we go. We're going to see what this is like in a minute. Hello, Kerbal. Hello, Kerbal. You wouldn't think it would be hard to crash into the sun, but I've tried doing it on purpose a few times, and it's actually a pain in the ass. Is that enough? No, Parasone just burp. There we go. So now we are technically crashing. And then, if only I had thought to maybe do a burn here, we could have maybe made it into this big crater. But it looks like we're going to be doing it somewhere in here. There are biomes on the moon, and the craters generally have their own specific biomes. Since I've already done a rover trip, I'm really hoping I don't hit the highlands. But, you know, oh well. If I do, then I do. This is still on camera, and it was still cool, and I'll still be bringing the frigging lander back with me this time. So why don't we just... I mean, we could... Well, if I do a burn here... What if I burn... I think I need to be burning this way. Nope, 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 nope. That'll flip it. But, oh, wait a minute. What if I do a burn here? Yeah, we're just, no big deal. We're just doing an unscheduled burn. Unscheduled random ass burn. Okay, yeah, actually. We point, let's see, we do this. We're just gonna burn some of that excess delta V. Because remember, we got all this to go. This is just free, basically. So if I can get a cooler landing site for this, I'm gonna do that. Oh, nope, wrong way. Okay, ready? Yeah. There we go. That might be cool. I don't know why our periapsis is so messed up, but we might just make the... Actually, you know what? I want to burn a little bit more. How's my electricity? Oh, I haven't even burned through 50 of it yet. We're going to make that up because we get electrical charge from the engines when we do a burn. There we go. That's a real bit. So now let's do a little bit of retrograde. Well, you know what? It's free. Let me deploy our. Oh, it appears to be on the wrong side of the pod, unfortunately. But why don't we just? There we go. And it's direct sunlight. Energy flow. Excellent. We'll just have to make sure to bring that in before we do anything terrible. All right, let's do a little... Ah, that was too much. That's too much. I know you're looking at me like I'm nuts, but I really want in that crater, and this is just going to shorten as we accrue. Go away. Okay. So we are just going to have to wait until we are much closer in the orbit before we start breaking. I really want to... Can I do like a marker here? Like maybe if I add a maneuver node and it's just... Okay, so just 1 hour 13. And we'll just kind of see how this goes. I do feel like I should drop a save here. Oh, it's bad when you can't even see the friggin... Okay, there we go. You're far below us. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop a save. It's like it's waving high. Just gonna drop a quick save. If I have to load from this save, that's what I will be yelling. Okay. Now, let's just, Are we... Okay, yep, we're there. So we've already recharged all our shit. Let's just, Yeah, it's well, sea level, but I'm much more interested about the ground. There are no seas. Okay, so not gonna freak out until we're about 50k over the planet, especially since we got 200 delta V in this stack still, and it's a chonker, so we'll be able to do that really efficiently. Well, not efficiently, but quickly. That's the word I was looking for. It is not an efficient engine. The 4 I have stacked onto the lander, those are efficient engines, but the behemoth that I have on there, it was a skipper, I think it is. You saw it earlier in the video, but I've already forgotten. It's a good engine, it's not an efficient engine, because efficient engines are very slow. It's boring. I don't like it. You see Valentin, they're all so happy. Alright, 8. Okay. So it is about time for us to start taking things seriously. We're going to go ahead and get this bitch pointed retrograde. And like, there's no atmosphere for us to tear this thing off on, but I feel like 500, we got plenty, so I'm just going to go ahead and retract it before I forget about it. Also not going to deploy these quite yet, because I just don't want them getting caught when we kick this stack free. Okay, so 500, so that's like 20. We got a ways actually, but our maneuver node. Let's go. How quick is our maneuver node? About 5 minutes. Okay. Pause when we hit 600. Well, not pause, but there we go. Okay. We're about at 67. What's our thing looking like? We'll have some visibility, it looks like. I am really loath to stop until we hit the maneuver point. More than that, even, really. I think I'm gonna wait until we hit about... Oh, boy. Kind of already are. Looks like I really should not have corrected my periapsis that much, but it's like, this is... I've played a lot of Kerbal, but, like, I haven't been very good at it, so this is kind of... I haven't done very many mooner landings, is what I'm trying to get across here. So let me see. Well, if we got 200, then I think then if we can get to 500, maybe 30k above, I think that should be fine. We're only a little over 600, and we're good till 36k on that, if I'm right. If I'm right, we'll find out. We'll find out if I'm right. How is our... Okay, our electricity's fine. But at some point, I am going to kick on our lights. Because we're not... Like, this is not following us to our landing site. They're going to kick this free, and it's going to... Okay, 36. Alright, let's start burning them. Okay, let's draw. We want 500 at about 25,000. So that should, yeah, we'll have more than enough Delta V. So we will wait until we hit 25,000. And then we will trim another 100 MS, I think. You can go away. And I think we are at the point where even if I drop basically vertically, we can still make that crater. Assuming it's like, this doesn't look right, but we'll find out. Oh yeah, no. It's way too... That's okay. I'm at 25, so... Oh, 12 MS, I'm just gonna... Yeah, we're gonna kick this free. Goodbye! And now we are, so we don't forget, because that would be embarrassing. Gonna go ahead and deploy our landing gear, and we want 400 by 16k, so how... Ooh. Looks like we are gonna be able to make this work, it's just not gonna be as good as I wanted. 300 by 9k, it looks like. I'm going to burn until we hit about 350 because I don't want to auger us in. So it looks like we're losing about 1 per... Okay, so hang on. So what about... Okay, well, let's get ourselves down to 300 because we're about there. This is coming up a little bit faster than I really want, so we're just gonna burn. I may have waited too long on this burn. We're also finally over the dark side, so I'm gonna toggle the lights so you now can see where we're going. Oh no, actually we're okay. So then I want to kick out about 180 seconds times. Because my calculations don't take into account the fact that we're shedding velocity, so it's taking us longer to travel the distance. It's like we should be doing pretty good. Okay, so it'll probably take us about 10 seconds. So let me see, let's get to 9. Uh-oh. Nope, we left it too long. Yep, that was my bad. Can't believe they lived, but that means they're not, oh, are we still... yeah, we're still, we're about to crash at 30 ms. Yep, there we go. So let's load our save. We got really close. So if I just hadn't left it quite so I'm going to try being not quite so efficient, and I'm going to shed velocity quite a bit faster. We got really close! Alright. So over the ground, please. I mean, are you even playing Kerbal if you don't faceplant into the earth at a couple 100 miles an hour? At least once. Is it even a session of Kerbal without death? I just can't believe I thought everyone survived, and then it's like, no, actually, we bounced. The explosion bounced us, and we were just waiting to die. It was our last hurrah. It was a dead Kerbal bounce. Oh my goodness. So now let's delay until we get to our 50K window there. Actually, given how quick we can shed this, what am I doing? 200? Actually, let's wait until... I know we just died, but I'm going to wait until 30, and then I'm just going to kick this whole bitch free. Although I am going to have to... I'll reorient at 100,000. Because as you can see, one of the things about skipping time is that your SAS does not really keep you pointed on target. So when we get to 100 kilometers, I'm going to reorient us so that we're still actually pointing towards the place we need to be pointed at. And that was very close. I mean, if I had just burned a little bit more conservatively, we'd be fine. I think our landing site looked pretty good, too, as a matter of, like, you know, what I could see of it before the explosion. Oh, and let's, see, I almost forgot again. That's why I did it so early last time. So it's like 500. Okay, so we're going to wait until about 30,000 meters, and then I'm just going to totally shed all of this delta V and kick this stack free. After that point, I'm going to be shooting at 400 at 6. Well, no, as long as we get down, because that was working for us. As long as we get down to 100 ms by 1000 and then just continue burning, that should be okay. I'm gonna try for 100 at 2000. Because I think I did thuds on my which are chonkers. Those are pretty beastly engines. But these are much more efficient. Yeah, come on, 30. Let's speed up a little bit. There we go. Four, three, two, one, and burn this whole stack. Just shed it. And then I'm going about 500, which is about what I want to be doing, actually. So let's burn down to 400 at 25. Oh, and let's go ahead and extend the gear and do our lights. Now let's burn down to 400. Looks like we're doing 2 or 3 ms a second. Okay. And when we hit 9,000, or no, excuse me, 16, I'm probably going to burn down to 350. And I'm guessing it'll take us 10 seconds. 1 kilometer, so I'll do, when we hit 10,000, I'll burn down to 300. Okay. I might have waited too long again. Come on. I probably waited too long again. I probably fucked this up even more. So we are going to adjust those numbers, assuming we live. Down to 100 by the time we hit 1K, we should be all right. And start edging off because I feel like we're. Now let's just keep going. Okay, so let's... Yeah, that was much too. 7... So we're just going to drop for a little while. I am probably burning so much waste. Oh my god, here we go. Oh, oops, I was burning too hard, I was burning up. Whoa, oh, nope, are we going over? Are we going over? Nope, nope. Okay, hang on. Oh, nope. Nope, okay. So the problem mainly is no, come on, please, no, okay. Okay. So I did it fine, the problem was the landing site is not very good. We're okay. So this time, let's go ahead and see if we can trim our periapsis a little bit further so we have like a daytime landing. Because I do like the cool thing, but like we're probably not gonna make. Well, maybe we can make it to this crater. Maybe that'll be a thing that we can do. Let's find out. Okay. We got 154, so then we were doing okay on the delta. It's like, in fact, I was just burning too conservatively there at the end. Let's see about this then. Let's warp here. It's our, okay, let's go down to 100. Actually, no, let's go down to like 60. Oh, 50. That's fine then. Retrograde, please. Okay, so now we're doing a daytime landing. And it might be... What are we above? Can I see what we're above? On space near the moon. No, okay. Oh, see, there you are. Track the solar panel and let's... Oh, no. All the way, please. And then let's boost it, and so we want to be doing, let's see, it's about 36, we want to be doing about 6, okay, we're good, we're fine. The dangers of using bar napkin math for your mooner landings. It's like, I really wanted a crater, but it's like, maybe this thing is just too tall. We might have to land a rover, and then rove over. Also, I should shed down to about 400 here, I think. That was really cool at the end where I was kind of flying over the surface on these old jet and everything. And it just didn't work out. It just did not work out. What are we caution. It's like, as long as I get down to 400 by the time we hit 16k, I think we're on track. I'm going to burn down to 350 out of an abundance of caution. Perhaps more than an abundance of caution. I'm just going to leave this on. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll go to 300 then. Oh, well, we still might get into a crater of some variety. Oh, yeah. Explosions. Yep, we're just going to keep... Oh, dear. No. No. No, I didn't. Good night, sweet prince. I did it again. Yep. That's what, our third attempt? Our third attempt, I think? Okay. Retrograde. Do the same thing. We're going to try to get into that particular one, and this time we are going to start burning a lot sooner. Okay. Oh, that's the problem, is that we were moving at a much more shallow angle. Okay. So actually, let me... No, you know, we're not worrying about it. We are just going to get this thing done. So if we need 100 seconds to shed 100 DV... Hang on. So then I want to probably start... That can't be right. I think I'm just going to start burning at 60, and we'll see what happens. $70, because I don't want to do this again. And I'm sure you don't want to see this again, although you're probably having a great time watching me explode. That's part of the fun of Kerbal. But I would like to actually land and go home. Because it's been going on a while. We've been here a while. I would like for this video to not take 4 hours to upload. Let's get flipped around. And we begin the burn at 70. Oops. Or a little bit further. Speed up a little bit. And we're just going to burn. And if we have to start our fall again, then so be it. Let's see, 1 Mississippi. Okay, so about 5. Burn down to 350, and then we're going to do a little back of the envelope math. No, because we're slowing down with tons of time to spare, so if it takes us 5 seconds, so 350 times probably 70 seconds, 20. Okay, so I'm going to start burning at 30. Now, we'll see. Okay. $400, as long as we're above 32,000, I think we're okay. When we hit 400, then I'm going to start burning again. You keep saying like, no, we're gonna do this, and then I change my fucking mind because I am a slave to Delta V efficiency. Mississippi. Ooh, no. Okay. So based on what I'm seeing here, now let's go to 200. Okay. Now, if we start burning, let's see. Times, you fuck. 17.5? Okay. There's already a fudge factor baked into that, so... we get down to about 100. No, okay, so then 150 divided by 4, which is, okay, so 150 times 40, that's 6,000, okay. So we'll probably start burning at 8. Okay, or... Okay, so about... I think... Getting here was easy. Getting on this friggin' planet is much rougher. I may have cut it too close again. Also, we are definitely... Shit. Problem is just like, I don't want to land there. No, there we go, and then... Okay. Might be better. Yep, okay. So now we are at the... So I think it's... Okay. Basically at about 1,000 is where I want to start breaking again. Assuming that we don't get faster. Okay, so basically 100 per 60... Oh shit, did I? No! Ha! You see what happens when you forget shit? 20. Oh, dude. Okay, I went down to 10, please. Funny, now is not the time for penance. I think we're gonna fall. Whew. So that was a massively inefficient descent profile, but here we fucking are. We don't need lights. We don't need lights. We got everything. Don't hit the landing gear. We're on the bitch. Woo! Now, let's grab all our delicious science from the Midlands. Good, so we didn't hit the Highlands. Let's deploy our ladder. Valentina. Wait for the ladder. Wait for the ladder, sweet little Kerbal. Whee! Oh, yeah, look around, we're bounce around. I don't think we have enough Delta V to get off this rock, by the way. It's gonna be... I think we descended too slowly. But we're gonna plant a flag, goddammit! Oh, okay. Take that surface sample. Oh, yeah. Oh, we better get the EVA report. And get back in. Bill, you're gonna get to go. Whee! Okay, turn off RC. No, don't do that. Okay. Forget what button it is to engage the thing, but... Okay, there we go. Yay! You get back on. And can I actually just grab it like a normal person? And leaning, come on! Can I just... there we go. Turn a bit over here. Come over this way. I'll plant Yoa flag over here. We've already got a surface sample and EVA report, so there's not really much point. And get back in. And now we are going to try to get... I'm not sure if we can, if I'm being perfectly honest. Well, at least we're in a pretty good place for... We might be able to do a straight tranjection. Or, good God, what word was I even trying to say? Like, just a... Because we landed in a really good spot. I think we can just sling straight towards Kerbin and get in that orbit, and then I think we might be able to arrow break our way down if we got enough Delta V to... Woo, okay. This is gonna be close. Let's do it. Let's, okay. What's our... where's our 90 degree? Okay, down, so we're basically going down. Alright. There goes fucking nothing. Alright, just do prograde, please. Good. Actually, let's... no, sorry. I want you to burn a little bit more hereabouts. I need a little bit more. I just need enough to clear the rim of the crater, okay? I just need enough to clear the rim of the crater, because then... I think... I can't risk it. I'm gonna go there. And then we're going to... come on. Add maneuver node, and then we're going to try to circularize periapsis. There we go. Okay, about that. So let's point ourselves prograde. How are we doing on our electricity? We're good, but we might as well deploy the pod, and we can actually go ahead and retract our gear now, obviously. And our maneuver node is going to be 35, so 36, 18, so we want to burn at 18, and then I hope we can kick ourselves into a Kerbin orbit with that much. It's going to be dicey. We might be stuck in a forever orbit. Or burn up on the on our return. Because we might just be going too fucking fast. We're going to see, though. We're going to do our best. We're going to give it the good old Kerbin try. Alright, node in T-minus 18. That's when we start our burn. I'm going to be looking at our orbital adjustments. Okay. I can actually wait until apoapsis to circularize, because 13 is just too... I'm pretty sure that's too low. But 18 should be fine. So if we just a little bit and a little bit... And what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to wait for the node, keep us pointed prograde. And then we're just going to burn, and we're going to circularize our orbit. I think we burned too much delta V on the descent. Just stabilized. Okay, there we go. That's plenty. Now, what we do when we're burning for a direct injection, we're going to go, we're going to add a maneuver node here. Going to try 500. We're just going to try to get into it. Okay, there we go. What we got. 23, 24 was started burn at T-minus 12. Is that the most? That orbit looks crooked. So I think. No, it's not. There. Yeah, it is a little bit. So. Oh, this way? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. 24. Same deal. Ten. Okay. Yep. Get us prograde. We're going to burn at 12, right? Yes, 12 seconds. Yeah, fuck that up a little bit. Okay. So now that we have that done, 300, I don't think that's enough. So now let's try our Kerbal apoapsis. We had a maneuver node. And we just burn till we can't anymore. $351. I think we're just going to be able to make it. I'm going to drop a save right there just in case we fuck up this burn. I'm just going to... It's 4 hours. Okay. Turn off the thing and we will just... Kerbal. Goodbye, moon. I think we will just be able to make it back to Kerbal. Whew. Okay. Now, at the apoapsis. And we're just gonna burn and see what fucking happens. Let's get ourselves pointed retrograde. Get to 3 minutes, go ahead and pause. Or return to real time. 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay. A little bit of a hum. the moon. There's Kerbal. Remember, Kerbal is the sun, Kerbin is the planet, and Kerbal is these guys. Whew, this is gonna be tight. Very tight. Actually, what do we got? Okay, so we can probably start burning 10. Alright, ready? Let's see what happens. Periapsis, this is what we need it to terminate inside the atmosphere. Like, we can deal with, like, 60 kilometers. Oh, come on, please. Oh, fuck, I don't think we made it. "15 kilometers. Holy forking shirt balls. Okay. Okay, so one way or another, we're going home. Oh. Oh. Okay. Alright. Okay. Now, there's nothing else. We're just done. Because remember, we're taking all this bitch back home with us. So that's our heat shield. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. Let's get a little. Let's say Periapsis is a day away, so let's. How about? Where's here? Come on, come on. There. Okay. Let's work there. There's Kerbin. What's going on with our forked? Oh, technically we had a Mooner encounter. We slowed ourselves down just enough, so that was technically not an orbit, but a couple seconds worth of orbit. Oh, okay. Time warp complete. Okay. All right. Oh god, we're still at 6 megameters. Yeah, that megameter, million meter. So that's thousand, million, because that's how multiplication works. Whew. Okay. So let's. Where's? Oh, okay, because that's not nearly as far along the orbit as I thought it was going to be. Where's our? Oh, and our periapsis. Oh my god, I think the moon slowed us even further. Thanks, moon! Oh, fork. Okay. Let's get ourselves even closer, and that's... Oh, press slash to cancel, that's right. 2 megameters. I'm just going to accelerate us a little bit, and when we get into like that, I think 400,000 is low Kerbin orbit. And then because it should wrap, there we go, it wraps us around. 6, 5, 4. Okay. So we are now technically in LKO, and we might be dropping onto land. It's not great, but like it kind of is what it is. Like at least we'll die on our own soil. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's pack away our solar panel because I'm an optimist. And we're not going to deploy our landing gear yet for what I hope are obvious reasons, because we still have to transit through the atmosphere. But at this point, we have no delta V. We have no way to control our descent. All we've got are parachutes when we hit that point in the orbit. So all we can really do at this point is hope we didn't land on a mountain. Let's see how that goes. Let's accelerate to 100,000. So it looks like we are... Yep, we are definitely making a night landing. I'm an optimist. Let's turn on the lights. Are we, Oh, we still got... Yeah, it's okay. This is just gonna go however it's gonna go. I'm definitely gonna shed the heat shield, because there's a thing that I'm not gonna poke right now, but you see the button that I'm not even gonna move my mouse in the vicinity of, labeled jettison heat shield, so that'll save us some... Oh, there we go. Yep, there we go. Now all this radial shit might explode. I'm not gonna lie. Yep, now that radial shit's gonna explode. You can see it's about to... Yep. Oh, and I think that threw off the... Yep, so they blacked out, but we're... Oh, are we gonna... We might... Oh, shit. Yep, they're all blacked out. But we fucking... Okay, and we can't. We can't... Come on, Valentina, you gotta wake up. Valentina, there we go. Punch the heat shield. Whew! And how are we doing on the... I have no idea what all blew off of our... We can look in the mission log and we'll find out what left, but... It looks like the lights maybe all... Oh, no. Oh, no, the lights stayed. What the fuck blew up? I don't know. Anyway, we're at 5,000, so I'm deploying the parachutes. Our gaggle of parachutes. And we lost that, so... I'm gonna get that out of the... Are we... Oh, thank God. Are we making a water landing? Oh, that's... I should probably... Either which way. I think we're making a water landing. Oh, thank... Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. Yep, there's that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, there's the heat shield. Okay, so let me see here. It looks like I think our engines... Was it only two things that exploded? Was it just those two off the side? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we got our battery pack. We got our thing over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We lost the ladder. Yeah, we lost the ladder. But we still got the mystery goo. We still got all our science. Oh, man. That could have gone so much worse for us. Just looking at that, but like, Valentina, baby, you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up to hit the chutes. Please, baby, please tell me you didn't die. Oh, my God. We have returned a lander from the moon. Despite a really shitty descent profile. How fast are we going with these 11 frigging parachutes? Okay, 3.4, yeah, so I can probably lose a parachute or two, honestly. I mean, losing the heat shield helps a lot. I'm just gonna bring those back in, Snog, we need them. Are we... Okay. We're gonna... Oh, we're about to splash down back home. Holy shit. Recover the shit out of that vessel. Wow! Okay, that was a lot more exciting on the return trip than I anticipated. Yeah, we got plenty of recovery of a vessel returned from the surface of the moon. The whole goddamn lander. Fuck you. 397 science, that's good. Oh, crew, of course. Alright, 6 XP game. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, you went to the moon. You're a different man now. I got another level 2 pilot to back up Jeb. Oh, I want to see. I don't even know how. Where is the? Is that no admin building? What? No. Okay. Archives maybe. Missions. Mission. I just want to see the mission report. All ongoing missions. It's a launch. Mission control. No. Okay. Why is mission? Oh, contracts and. Okay, well, shoot. I don't know where to go to view the mission log. I will just have to, yeah. Hi, hello, goodbye. Any of these? Now these are just Kerbal information. Okay, well, I was gonna show the mission log off, but I can't find it. So, yeah, that was a successful, mostly successful mission. I just wanted to see what blew up off the craft. Yeah. So thanks for coming out, and we might do another video like this sometime soon. All right, bye.